she is and how generous she is. No? And I guess similar to the choir, parang it was really just her um, showing a really sincere part of her being. No? So yun, so very affecting yung experience working with them.
Um, our first film was Ang Larawan, and we wanted to do a second film that would be worthy of Ang Larawan. We thought that Ang Larawan was about inspiring people and excellence in the craft. And that was what we found in the story of Ma'am Alma and the Lobok Children's Choir, that they are completely dedicated to excellence, and they're committed to being the very best that the Filipino can be. And their story, they came from it's a small town na wala namang mga wala silang pera. All they had was talent, and then hard work and commitment. And we thought that that's a great story to put on film that will inspire the Filipinos when they see the film. And then it was also a good moment to put together a lot of excellent music. Kasi nga, it's a natural, di ba? It's not a musical, but it's about music. And then we were able to get music from our national artists, si Ryan, at saka sila Louis Ocampo, si Jazz Nicolas, si Raymond Marasigan, si Krina Kayabyab, and then all the folk songs that the choirs would sing. That's why punong-puno yung pelikula ng napakagandang musika. And that's why we thought, let's go for this idea, the Lobok Children's Choir. Let's make it into a film. Siyempre, palagi kaming kulang sa pera. Kasi wala naman kaming big na backing us up. Until nagustuhan kami ng signal ng MQuest. And that really helped. Those are the films that we like to do. Films that will inspire and will show the excellence of the Philippines, especially our music.
Yeah, sorry. What were the main challenge in putting up this film? Because Larawan was not based on a true to life account, but this is based on a real life story. So, what's the difference between those two projects?
First of all, our main responsibility was to portray Ma'am Alma as honestly as we could. And talagang si Morissette embraced that challenge. She's used to concerts and performing on television. And she had to find that part of her that's just about honesty. And wala siyang masyadong makeup, the clothes were, di ba? I mean, patayin mo man ako, hindi ko susuot yung mga suot niya, yung mga gano'n, di ba? So unflattering, di ba? Pero she embraced everything, and she kasi she knew, even though we never really sat her down and said, this is the challenge that you have. You have to portray Alma as honestly as you can. She just knew it. Just by meeting Ma'am Alma and learning from her. So Morissette was really an asset from the very beginning. Aside from Bisaya siya. So she knew that, di ba? At tapos, and then her singing, my God, when we went to Bohol the first time to shoot the teaser, that was the first time that Ryan gave her the melody for that song, Alitap Tap, the final song. Na every time I watch the film, and I think I've watched the film at least 50 times, every time I get to that, I'm crying. Because the music is so beautiful, the rendition is so heartfelt, and then ang ganda-ganda ng trabaho ni Krina, the way she scored it, it's so beautiful. So, yun ang number one challenge, how to portray Alma, Ma'am Alma, fairly, justly, because she's a very special person. We didn't want her to be anything that trivia lang or anything. And then we had to shoot in Bohol and then in Manila. Tapos syempre nag-pandemic. Diyos ko, and one of the crew even was affected and passed away, ganon. And then the children were growing up fast. There's Sarge La Cuesta, he's our co-producer and writer. He wrote everything in the film.
Late ako kasi.
Oh, late ka nga eh.
Kasi 4 na beses ko nang napanood.
Eh ako, 50 times na nga. So, ayun, those are some of the challenges. The financial was always a challenge. It still is, di ba, girl? It still is a challenge. And we're praying that the public will want to see Song of the Fireflies with your help, with the help of the media. If you can write beautiful things about it, then I'm sure the public will come and will want to watch Morissette. At napakagaling ng Lobok Children's Choir, talagang may pagmamalaki natin sila sa buong mundo. Oh, we're very proud of the film. It took a lot of hard work from us and heartache. Pero I think it's really worth it. Every time I get to that point, I'm crying. So siguro naman talagang napakaganda. Thank you.
Nurse Almo, GMA Online.
Ay, good evening. Siguro kay ano na lang muna, kay Noel. Since yan na may award ka na, ano yung reaction mo na yan, nabigyan ka ng award?
Okay po, so honestly, nagpunta po yung Song of the Fireflies sa Hollywood po for the Manila International Film Festival. Naiwan po ako sa Philippines. Nag-shooting po kasi ako nun for another TV series. And nasa Baguio po kami. Mahina po yung signal nun eh. So, on-off po yung signal. Biglang may pumasok sa akin. Nag-message si Kuya Dave, yung husband po ni Ate Morissette. Sabi niya sa akin, congrats dude! Sabi ko, saan? Tapos nakita ko yung picture, parang may trophy, ganyan. Sabi ko, ala, talaga ba? Hindi pa po ako makapaniwala nung una kasi hindi ko po talaga ina-expect. Honestly, hindi ko po in-expect talaga na ma-recognize yung performance ko for Herbert because in my head, nung ginagawa po yung film na to, I just gave it my all. Like, I let go of anything na magiging technical kasi nagkaroon po ako ng habit na parang nagiging technical na yung masyado yung treatment. Tapos sabi ko kay Direk, sabihin niyo lang po sa akin kung ano po yung gusto niyo. If you want me to do something, I'll do it. And with the help of Sir Bombi Plata also. At syempre po, yung mga kasama ko po sa eksena, si Ate Morissette, si Crystal, lahat-lahat na po. Feeling ko po, I know nag-contribute po yun kung bakit naging ganito po yung kinalabasan ng film. And I'm so grateful na I was able to support the message of the film and to bring the story to life. Ayun po.
Next for Miss Lydia. Kamusta naman ang maging kaibigan ni Morissette? As a first-time actress, how would you describe her?
Kilala ko po si Mori sa mga scenes na sa eksena syempre ng concert, and we hang out sometimes in parties. Pero this time na with work with acting, nakatulong talaga din po yung rapport making and workshop that we did in Bohol. And of course, para kaming lock-in nun, and then magkakatabi lang ang mga rooms namin, and of course, busog na busog po kami sa mga dinners and everything. So, maraming mga pagkakataon po talaga na ma-build yung rapport na yon. And tama po na yung mga eksena na yon, paulit-ulit namin ginagawa to make it like more casual and maging natural po. So, and of course, ang insecurities ko and Bikay, we don't speak Bisaya. So, nagpapaturo din kami hanggang sa nakuha namin yung favorite naming word na kaayo. At tawag namin sa isa't isa, kaayo. Yun po. So, naging natural po siguro yung kung ano po yung napanood po natin sa film, yung pong sincerity, like how we supported. I played the role of Miss Neria, also passed, and yun po. So, yung genuine parang support dun sa mga kids. We enjoyed every moment with the kids. Para po talaga kaming mga teachers nila. And kapag wala sa eksena, talagang tinatanong, ilang taong ka na, anong gusto mo, mga ganon. But when they sing, para talagang amazing and of course humble and stuff like that. So, sobrang saya. And nung pangalawa ko pong napanood to, syempre yung nostalgia sa Bohol, how, talagang scenic and amazing po talaga yung Bohol and Lobok. So, yeah. Thank you po.
And lastly for Miss Celeste, or siguro po kayo Miss GR, kasi sobrang moving nung itong pelikula, no? I'm just curious, ano yung naging reaction? Kasi pinalabas na siya sa Hollywood. Ano po yung nakuha ninyong reaction from the viewers?
From the audience. Ay, yun nga, tuwang-tuwa kami kasi from Americans to Filipinos, from all ages, like I was saying, I had my former dean of Maryknoll was in the audience with her 10-year-old grandson. And he just couldn't get over how he loved the movie. Much to the point that the next day he kept talking about it in his school. Kasi sobra siyang natuwa. And this is a 10-year-old who was born and raised in the USA. You know, but he's Filipino. Sobra siyang natuwa na he went to me after the screening and his grandmother introduced him to me and he was talagang giliw na giliw siya talaga, which was very surprising to me because, you know, he's American made, he's American raised, di ba? And yet, Pinoy pa rin siya. That was one, yung Filipino yan. But Americans naman, the same, you know. Kasi I kept introducing the film as our little film. And the Americans would say, don't call it a little film, it's a big film. So, nakakatuwa, nakakataba ng puso. Kasi maski anong nationality, in Houston, there was a Chinese, there was from China mainland, and 2 Chinese from Taiwan. And all 3 of them, the reactions were the same. That they felt tears, they felt, you know, hindi ko maintindihan how basta ang dami daw emotions. And they said it's very lyrical, it's just beautiful in its simplicity. So yun, talagang proud kami na, you know, na nag-translate to all the nationalities.
Lastly, since from Larawan and then this, may expect ba natin na another musical or a music thing na pelikula from
We have a few more original musicals that we have in our vault, and Celeste is working on one in particular to resuscitate. But you will hear more about it. It's for next year pa naman, or maybe the year after. It takes a lot of work to Then from live stage, kasi we're going to redo it for stage first, and then hopefully it will also become a film. It's a different different era na naman. Okay.
I like the use of local color in the film. It's very Filipino. The pieces, the folk songs, you know, you don't hear those things anymore, no? And it's such a refreshing thing to be reminded that we have such a legacy, such rich culture that we tend to forget, no? In this days. So this film is a very refreshing change in the scenery of Filipino films at present. So I'd like to really congratulate the team. I enjoyed the film very much. And gusto the pacing is quite good. I did not expect that kind of experience, no. Pero ang ganda nung takbo, no. Kasi minsan may tendency mga ganitong pelikula medyo boring, di ba? Ang usually pag tatandaan mo yung mga ganyan pelikula, mga kakanta, ganito, ganyan. Kala mo, ganun. Pero hindi. Ang ganda lumabas. It's so well put together. Now, I'd like to ask the producers, Celeste and Girlie, where do you get the courage, if not the money, to produce such films? Larawan and this one, Song of the Fireflies.
Thank you for saying that we are courageous. Because really we are.
That's very bold of you.
Salamat, Nestor. Salamat for saying that. Our company is Culture Tain. That is culture and entertainment together. That has always been our vision. Pero always excellent. ayaw namin ng mga pwede na, ayaw namin ng mediocre, ayaw namin ng, like we did the Gen Z. That was a concert to celebrate the birthday of Ryan Cayabyab, our national artist last year. And we made sure that it was as excellent as we can possibly make it. Pag hindi excellent, ayaw naming sumali doon. Doon kami mataray in that sense. And then, we're courageous kasi usually we begin our projects na wala pa kaming pera. But because maybe we have shown our tenacity for excellence and our dedication for what is good about the Filipino, that many people come and support us. And that has been very heartwarming ever since Larawan, ever since we began making our original Filipino musicals. We are courageous, we are also foolish, but what can you do, ganun ang arte? You have to take a leap of faith and believe that at the end of the jump, there will be an audience who will support us and who will love what we do. So thank you for asking that question. But from now on, we have made a pact that we have to earn money. That's very important. We have to earn money. So just to remind ourselves. Thank you for your kind words, Nestor. Thank you.
Thank you also.
Yes, we can be quite foolish because every project we start, we don't have a single centavo, and I remember when we were going around schools to screen Larawan, the kids would ask us, how did you start? How did you start producing? And we started rather late. I mean, we did Larawan, how many years ago? 10? Yeah, 20. We started in 2014. So we were rather already, rather old. So I guess maybe that's why we had a lot of chutzpah, So I told the kids in the schools, I said, sometimes you just have to have the courage. If you think you have a good idea and you think this idea will help people, will inspire people, then you should go through with it. Because I found with Larawan that because we were so passionate about the project, every time we spoke about it to people, they would give us money. I mean, with Larawan, I would be sitting down in a lounge, and someone would come, a friend of my brother's or someone, and he would say, "Oh, anong ginagawa mo ngayon?" And I would say, we're trying to put this movie together. It's Larawan. It's based on Nick Joaquin, ganyan, ganyan. And then, out of nowhere, he would say, "Pwede pa ba ako mag-invest dyan?" And we always tell all the people who put money in our movies that there is no certainty of a return. Because as you know, diba, the Filipino movie industry is not exactly, bountiful, diba? So especially when you're not really doing a movie with major big stars or, So it really takes, like Celeste said, a leap of faith and a lot of courage. But in the end, it's like Armida Sigion Reyna said before to me, kung gagawa ka ng pelikula, girlie, siguraduhin mong maganda. Kasi kung basura lang yung gagawin mo, wag mo nang gawin. Kasi maybe kikita yun ng pera, pero matatago mo ba yung pelikulang yun ng matagal? Hindi mo rin titingnan ulit. So, that's what Celeste and I have always wanted to do, is to bring inspiration to people, to inspire people, especially the kids, And we've seen that time and time again when we show our movies. The children are the ones most innocent, and yet they're the ones who really are touched by it. I mean, Celeste and Rachel came before a group of rowdy kids in Southridge, They started rowdy, but as soon as the movie started, they quieted down with Larawan, you know. And then the minute Celeste and Rachel showed themselves and walked through the students, they were cheering them like rock stars. I mean, these are kids that 15, 17 years old, you know. So I think that there's hope for our young people, really. We just need to give them things to look up to and to inspire them. But we hope that you can help us push the word, because as you know, we open on Wednesday against F1, which is Brad Pitt and Javier Bardem. And from what I see from the screenings, they have like 5, 6 theaters in one complex. And we are still waiting if we will even have one of the cinemas, you know. So your help in pushing it, you know, promoting our film, making it, you know, kasi that's what saved Larawan the last time, is the word of mouth, you know. People really wanted it shown, and they asked for it, and so we were shown. So we hope we can count on you to spread the word, please. Thank you.
The children, no? You'd be surprised to know that most of the kids who are playing the choir are really kids from the choir, no? Tapos, I think it should be alive to everything. People should be alive to the fact that if you go to Bohol now, if you go to Lobok now, pumunta kayo dun sa kung saan sila, pakinggan nyo lang kung saan may music, makikita mo sila nagpa-practice. Dun madalas si Ma'am Alma. It's a thing that's happening until now, 45 years after the choir was formed. No? So that is the story. You know, you're right, it's a shot in the dark to make a film about it. No? But you know, these kids were also a shot in the dark. You know, I think that's the story. No, you know, totoo yun. Saka nakahanap ng choir na no auditions, no eliminations. Kung hindi mo na feel, quit ka na. Kung feel mo pa rin, kahit pangit yung boses mo, tuloy ka lang. Iba talaga, no? And if you go to Lobok in particular, it's really a musical town. That was the biggest challenge. No? How do you create something out of that story? No? The real story, the real story is that it took Alma almost 10 years to make it. No? And syempre, naka-proud din na somebody like Celeste and GR and Rachel would pick it up and say, you know, this is worth telling. That in itself, that message in itself speaks to how our art should often perform, diba? To bring pride to ourselves.